just joining me for the first time and want to skip ahead to the intuition test or manifestation training at any point, there is a link in the description box below. At the end of every video, I draw a card of the day, and this is yesterday's card of the day. 9 of Spades, clean slate. Make the best of a bad bargain is the fortune that I chose to print on the card because it is generally seen as going through a harsh circumstance. That is the traditional interpretation. But the brighter side of that, the other side of the clean slate, is the book with blank pages. You ever heard that saying, today is the first page of the rest of your life? A lot of people like to post it on New Year's. Well, that is also the type of feeling that this card indicates. And when we drew it yesterday, I laughed because I had just ordered the Course in Miracles, finally. So I have been attending a Unity church for a little while, and this is their scripture, if you will, or additional book, supplemental book, because we also read the Bible. Do meditation and listen to other people, but they're always asking me to come to the A Course in Miracles class, and I haven't made it to their class yet, but I decided it seems like the right time for me to start this book, eh? I don't want you to get to read the lesson too quick, but the first thing that I thought was really awesome is this right here. Remember only this: you need not believe the ideas, you need not accept them, and you need not even welcome them. Some of them you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease their efficacy. But do not allow yourself to make exceptions in applying the ideas the workbook contains. And whatever your reactions to the ideas may be, use them. Nothing more than that is required. Now, why do I lead with that? Because joke's on me. Lesson number 1 is nothing I see in this room, in this street, from this window, in this place means anything. Are you laughing? I was kind of laughing. Kind of feel, like I just said, joke's on me. Here I am doing research. Excuse me, my light just moved. Doing research on the tarot meanings of playing cards. This is one of the cards that I'm actually tracking because of the clean slate meaning, the bad luck implication, etc. And I'm doing my intuition training and manifestation practice to try and get you all to support my vlog and show you how skills can be grown, and then also peripherally to hopefully produce enough abundance by you following and liking and subscribing and checking out my other things to support my research long term and give me the time that I need to really get us a lot of interesting data. I already have a pretty good chunk of interesting data, but I mean, if you're like me, there's never enough data, and a couple hundred poker hands is just a tiny piece of the pie. I mean, we want thousands and thousands and thousands of poker hands worth of information, do we not? I don't know. I guess I did just say it, doing tarot poker research, but by analyzing the poker hands from a tarot perspective, I believe it shows that there is at least some meaning in the cards. But that intuition is the key to deciphering that meaning. So we'll have a new video coming out tomorrow night with a summary of what I learned by analyzing the World Series of Poker main event final hands, 42 of them, all the ones I could get my hand on since 1978. And video about that coming out tomorrow night, finally. I've been working on it for a long time. And then I have plans to do some more hands from World Series of Poker individually. So stay tuned for that. And without further ado, So I don't have any great poker news to report. Played once, maybe twice. Just once. Played the $5 tournament and lost pretty quickly and really wanted to play again, which is why I'm questioning what I did. And but I decided no, and I bowed out. So haven't played. Anyhow, without further ado, let's do the red and black intuition test and see where my intuition is at today, where your intuition is at today. I am going to hold them in my hand and breathe, think for a minute, and then I will turn it over. If I get it correct, I'm going to put it on the left. If I don't, I will put it on, if I get it correct, I'll put it on the right. Incorrect goes on the left. There are only 50 cards in this deck, so it's very easy for us to calculate what percent we got correct. And yeah, ready, set, go. Red. Red. Black. Red. Black. 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 Red. Black. Red. Red. Black. Red. Black.
Black. Black. Red. Black. Red. Red. Black. Black. Red. Black. Red. Red. Black. 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 Red. Red. Black. Black.
23, average score for me. That's literally right where my average is right now, right around 46, somewhere in between 46 and 48% at the intuition test. Despite the fact that I swear my intuition is way more awesome than that. So, let's do the manifestation test, which I'm doing a bit better on. I didn't get it last night, so we're back down to 55% correct. But that's still more than half of the time that I manifest the winning hand when I ask the deck to deal it out for me. That's what we're about to do. It's the My Poker Game Journal by me. 3 sections. You can do some note taking on all of the important subjects. Then you can, record some memorable hands of your own. And there's a blank page in between. Oh, no, not in this one. There's a memorable hands poker journal where you get an extra blank page in between each of those layouts as well, so that you can take excellent notes. I forgot to grab my pen again. So that's why you got a funny noise there. All right, we are going to need the ace and 10 out of here eventually. Let's get ready to shuffle. Ace of opportunity and a 10, exciting challenge. So mathematically speaking, GTO perspective, pretty darn good, suited, 2 high cards, got an ace, gotta like that. From a fortune-telling perspective, though, I feel it's a little bit on the side of caution, the message. Any tarot message can go either way, which is why it's that time to remind you that this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Use this information at your own risk. But this one is mostly about initiative. Strike while the iron is hot. If you don't get to be the first person to bet in the hand, I would pay very close attention to that, and I would not be happy about that, because I want to be the person taking the initiative when I have the ace. Most of the time. Sometimes my intuition tells me the exact opposite, that letting them take the initiative is going to give me more chips. Obviously, in those cases, you got to make sure that you have the best hand. You don't want to just call it all in on that gut feeling, in my opinion, because it's an exciting challenge, and you won't know until you see those cards fall whether or not it's an exciting challenge for you or an exciting challenge for the other person. But one of you is going to be climbing that ladder, so you might as well climb the ladder and pay to see the flop, but be very cautious about going all in with this hand. I think GTO might actually agree with me on that. So leave me a comment if you know better than I whether or not GTO agrees with that interesting tarot analysis. Now, we are going to write out the rest of the hand, and then we will deal the cards. So, if the rebuy period of the $25 tournament was over, and I was on the button with 101,000, blinds are 400, 800. I seem to have mixed some realities here of like, it should be like a $250 tournament. Let's just say that. I'm using like online buy-ins of a $225, but then these stack sizes and chip amounts are more like what you would experience in an in-person tournament, especially the number of players. So for reality, let's fix my book here and make it a $250 tournament where the rebuy period is over. I'm on the button, have 101,000 in chips, blinds are 400, 800, 105 out of 155 players remain. Under the gun folds, and by that I mean we still got 2/3 of the people, so we're not close to the money. If you know poker tournaments, you know that at best, the top 15, 20% maybe, depending on the structure, is going to get paid. You're not down to the top 20% yet. You still have like 60% of people in the tournament. Plenty of game to go. So under the gun folds, under the gun +1 calls with 50,000 behind, so half what I have. Middle position 1 and 2 fold. Hijack raises to 3,000 with only 35,000 behind. Pretty big raise considering his stack. Cutoff folds, small blind who will act after me has 25 and big blind has 15K. So I'm the big stack here. I have a decent-ish hand, but I did not get to take the initiative and be the first person to raise. I already had the hijack raise. So since this is a playable hand and I'm not going to fold, I am going to call. Obviously the choices are call or raise, go all in. You don't have to raise all in, but to me the choices are call or go all in. And since I'm not sure yet which way this hand is going from a tarot perspective, and from a mathematical perspective it's just not quite strong enough, I'm gonna just call, especially with one more person behind me. And so we're gonna say we got very, very lucky, and under the gun +1 also just calls. Why do I say very, very lucky? Because odds are either myself or under the gun +1 does not want to go 3 ways to the flop and is going to re-raise and try to isolate. But we're just going to be friendly in this hand. So the flop will come. We'll write that out later. And we're going to say that at that point, under the gun +1 goes all in on the flop. And what does he have left right now? He has, he still has about 47,000. So I have to choose now. He's going to be putting hijack all in if they call. Let's just say they call. And so no matter how great of a hand I have, I got 2 people trying to draw out on me, or possibly that have a better hand than I. So reality land, I'm very likely to fold unless there's a very, very strong flop for me. Say, let's just call it out. I haven't tried asking the deck for a specific hand yet, but if I was going to call this flop, I would want there to be 2 clubs and an ace, period. I might, be pseudo happy with a 10, but as long as there's no higher pair available, as long as there's no ace, king, queen, or jack, and just the 10, but I'm still going to see that as quite the exciting challenge. If someone's willing to push in for 47,000, there's a decent chance that they have a pocket pair that's decently high that might beat my pair of 10s if that was all I were to get. So deck, we're asking you specifically, I'm not gonna, for terms of my experiment, I have to be equal. So this extra that I'm asking for is just to be extra, for the record. It's still either I win or I lose is what chooses if I manifest this hand. Did I manifest the winning hand or not? But for added challenge, awesome deck, we are asking you for 2 clubs and an ace on the flop, okay? So hijack calls and goes all in, and so yeah, I call. And that's what is going to happen. Now, let's deal it out and see what we get. I am in the middle of those 2 players. Okay, we're going to deal middle position. No, I'm not in the middle of those 2 players. Big blind. Hijack. Under the gun. Me. We will get that right. Yeah. No, under the gun's gonna get his cards first. Hijack, then me. Under the gun, hijack, me. Under the gun, hijack, me. I don't know why that's so hard for me when I'm not at an actual poker table, but apparently it is. Hope you enjoyed that. Extra entertaining. Now, whoops. Awesome deck. Please show us how I won this hand as written with Ace 10 of clubs. Show us the cards that Under the Gun +1 and Hijack chose to play with and push all in with, and show me how I won this hand. Give us 2 clubs and 1 ace on the flop, but show us how I won this hand. Okay. Burning club. 2 clubs. Yeah, that doesn't, I would not have gone all in on the flop with that. Burning and turning. Still no. And burning. And no, I did not get my flush. I did not get a straight. I did not get squat. So, am I going to win with an ace high? Let's see what Under the Gun +1 decided to push all in with, according to the awesome deck. 9-4 suited. Well, this is a card that, tarot speaking, I believe correlates with an all-in, but we are researching that. It also implies impatience over here, and that would be an extremely impatient hand to raise and push all in with as Under the Gun +1. Not super poker logical, but, always worth researching later and seeing what kind of odds they had and just logging that in the mental thought cycle bank to see how crazy were they being. You always can learn the right thing by studying the wrong thing as well, because then you know exactly what not to do and how dumb it was. So that is the other reason to check hands like this out. But so far, though, yeah, we're still winning. Are we going to win with ace high? Ready? Yeah, we did. Barely. He also has ace high, but he has a lower kicker, and he did not get a straight, so I win. But again, would anybody in reality land have played this as a poker hand? Would they push all in with this on this flop? Absolutely not. That is an extra level of crazy that I don't even really see in Fishland. I mean, yes, there are a few fish who will basically push all in anytime they see an ace, no matter what's on the flop, and they can be like, ooh, I have a gutter straight draw. If I get a 4, then I got it. Well, there's your 4. Good luck with that. But yeah. However, the only thing that we need to know for my manifestation exercise is, did I manifest the winner? And yes, I did. So back up to, say, 60% on manifesting the winning hand. And I have a lovely poker hand to analyze. Sheesh, can't get these off the table. In depth later. And now we will just go ahead and draw a quick card of the day so I can do a little writing in my awesome tarot journal about my progress and get on with the rest of my day. So, awesome deck. What advice do I need for today besides learn how to shuffle, lady? What advice do I need today? Do we all need to hear today? Relief, impaired judgment. What is done cannot be undone. So in the background here, I have a bunch of like gears in it, the shape of a brain. It's pretty hard to see, but that is the the type of energy. It's really overanalyzing, overthinking, working really hard to figure something out, but still not really knowing what to do. So, does it mean? What does it mean? We will find out in the days to come. I refuse to say anything negative. There's a positive side to every card also. So it could be that my judgment was impaired, but I am going to be getting relief because my judgment is no longer impaired. And what is done, such as my choice to begin the Course in Miracles, cannot be undone. It has begun. So, thanks so much for watching. Please do press the like and subscribe, and come back tomorrow to see my World Series of Poker video. And have an awesome day.